All right, hello everybody, and welcome to Connected Communities Health Support, day 127 of our Bodyweight exercise program for weight loss. And our goal here is to make health and fitness more accessible. One of the ways we are doing that is through this bodyweight exercise program that can be done in the comfort of your home, no equipment necessary, and can be done in a half hour to an hour time, depending on how intense you want to go today. So just want to throw that out there in case anybody's watching this for the first time, new or live or recorded. Just give you a little bit of information if you want to learn more about what we're doing, why we're doing this, and so I don't take up too much of this stream rambling about what we do. Check us out at connecttochs.com. We'd really appreciate it. So, as for today, day 127 bodyweight exercise program, we're working with 30 seconds of work, 30 seconds of rest. Hour-long workout, but there's going to be a little bit of that clear cutoff point there at the 30-minute point, and it's going to be a good one today. Here for the third stream in a row. It's actually been a while since I've done 3 of the streams in a while. I still try to exercise regularly on my own, but usually when I'm not streaming, I'm not doing this workout for my workout of the day. So it's been a little nice getting back into the groove of this program, and just reinforces, at least to me, why this program is so good, because I don't mean to my own horn, but the fact that you can even do the majority of these exercises back to back to back without needing a full really intense recovery day, I think just really speaks to how these are promoting movements of everyday life, doing things in a way that's burning calories, but it's not super muscly fatiguing that you're not gonna be able to not walk the next day because of the workout. And we always have modifications in case you want to ramp it up a little bit, make it a little bit easier, depending on how you're feeling that day. So with that being said, I do want to get into the workout. I've been rambling a little bit too much here in the beginning and starting the stream a little bit late. So, we're going to get right into the action here this morning. 5-minute warm-up, 5-minute cool down. We'll get that good kind of 50 minutes of work here during the workout. So 6 rounds, 30 seconds work, 30 seconds of rest. I'm going to throw up the workouts for you. Where are they? Here we go. Yeah, I'm sorry. I also haven't had my CCHS shirt this week. Honestly, it's just cold. I'm wearing these overshirts. I'm wearing a hat. 7:30 morning here in New York. Doesn't matter if you got the heat on. It's still going to be a little bit cold in your house. But anyways, we're going to get right down to business here. Okay, now we're all officially set up. And, again, as always, or not as always, but, we always have a topic of the week. We like to bring in a little bit of information, some actionable health tips to help you all, live happier and healthier lives through fitness. So our topic of the week is sleep. We're going to be talking a little bit about sleep, and, we'll talk about the challenges, quote, all that stuff towards the end so we can get things going with this one. All right, so follow along with me, and let's get after it. 5 minutes. So, first move here in the warm-up, open and close the gate, work on the hips, internal rotation, external rotation, so that backwards, going out to this side is going to be your external rotation, coming back in is internal. Same thing, I just woke up not too long ago, so still getting the body right, still want to make sure we're moving. So I still kind of waking up a little bit here. The best cup of coffee you could ask for. Get a little bit of movement in the morning, get that blood flow, get that heart rate up. You'll be feeling pretty awake soon enough. I know I will. All right, a few more steps out to the side here with these. 3, 2, and 1. Great job, everybody. Our next move, we're going to be working on, wait. One more thing before we get into the business today. I want everybody to grab a chair. If they do, it could be anything, kitchen chair, anything like that. We are going to need it for some of our other workouts. It can also be beneficial here in this beginning part. So just grabbing a chair quick. And, there's an exercise that I always love doing in the warm-up, so I don't have a wall now with the Christmas decorations. So we are going to use this. So we're just going to be doing some light swings. I'm grabbing onto the chair. Definitely need some of these in the morning. Playing a little bit of basketball last night as well too. So first time I'm playing a little bit, so my hamstrings are feeling a little bit sore. Hip a little tight, so always good to get some of these in here. Switching it up to the other side. Let's get a few leg swings here. Let us swing like a pendulum. Now this one's feeling great when you're a little tight. I'll tell you that. Something you know how to do. For some reason, I like bringing that arm across, kind of getting that oblique sling on the posterior and anterior side. Random and factoid of the day. You actually have an oblique sling of fascia that runs pretty much from around this hip and going across. And same thing, it's also on the backside, going from your back all the way up into this upper shoulder. So you've got something going on here, connection between this hip, this shoulder. That's why I kind of shorten and then move them out. That's why I kind of bring that arm into it. But same thing, it's not necessary by any means. It's something I do, add a little bit extra. Use some of those fascial slings a little bit to, promote that movement, help it move a little bit more fluently. But that's besides the point, not really that important. We got our drive the bus T-spine rotations. Hands out in front, grab that steering wheel, and you're looking behind you like you're backing out of the driveway. Should be feeling this one in the mid-back a little bit. Really try to open up that chest. And I'll show up from the side a little bit here. I'm trying to open up, get those arms out like this. You want to try to keep the hips facing forward as much as you can, but obviously there's going to be some rotation at the hips. And you just don't want to be, turning all the way like this, to get those hips going. So, relatively straightforward. A little bit of badness is going to be, expected. Same thing, switching reps each side. Just going to need a few more in here. Great work, everybody. Keep them moving. Get that mid back, get those shoulders feeling good. All right, right to that, we're just going to be going in. Doing this right arm over, left arm overs. Or self-hugs, as I've called them in the past. Just kind of getting those shoulders loosened up a little bit here. All right, let's get some shoulder circles. We're going small circles forward, pretend like you're trying to draw a small circle in the air. And now we're reversing. So keep doing a few more here. Let's open them up big though now. I know as I'm saying a few more there, you get about 3 or 4 reps. Those circles are so small. So, and reversing the other way now. Shoulders warming up nice and good now. Feeling the burn a little bit. Done with that. Still shaking them out a little bit after that one, but same thing. Remember, burn is good, but pain is bad. Don't want any of that here. We're just going to finish up real quick here before we get into the movement. Not too much longer. Just got about 2 more moves here. Or actually, sorry, 1 more move. We just got the neck. Actually, we're doing pretty good. All right, let's work on the neck a little bit. Coming down here so it's a little bit easier for you all to see. Looking over my shoulder the one way. Looking over my shoulder the other way. And then you don't gotta force it. You're not trying to, crank on your neck too much. You're just trying to look behind you a little bit. Go to where you feel a little bit of resistance, where you feel like your neck's kind of stopping you a little bit. Just greasing the groove. We're gonna do some up and downs real quick. Chin to chest, looking up to the sky. Same thing again here. You don't have to force yourself into the, this maximum range of motion. Just make it move nice and smooth, have good control, and experience, a little bit of movement in, a comfortable and natural range of motion. All right, we're done with that. We are about to get into the business. Not bad. Not a bad warm-up. And, I'm feeling ready. I hope you are as well. If you're not feeling 100%, you still take a little bit slow to these first moves, but we're going to get right down to the business. 30 minutes. 30 minutes of work, that'd be pretty tough. 30 seconds of work, 30 seconds of rest. Floor touch coming in first. Let's get things ready. All right, so floor touch, this one. Reaching down to the ground, coming right back up. Try to keep, as you're bending over, those hips going back towards the wall. Squat, hips are going down. Hinge, hips going back. Keep slight bend in the knees. We're going in 3, 2, 1, and let's begin. I'm reaching down. Same thing. I'm still kind of getting the hamstrings warmed up a little bit. So, I'm not going with a ton of range of motion here. Still getting things ready. It's perfectly fine. I encourage you, if you're not feeling 100% warmed up yet, it might be a good idea to try something the same. Another great way to modify here, put those hands right on the legs, kind of let them slide down the thigh. Kind of keep your force you to kind of bring the hips back a little bit. We are done with that one, though. Great job, everybody. We got bent arm, lateral raise. So these two are lateral raises like this, straight arm out to the side, just mixing it up a little bit. Bent arm right here, raising up the shoulder, raising up the elbow to about shoulder height, or a comfortable position for you. But we'll do that kind of as an aim for an external goal. A good reference is, when you're feeling a little bit of resistance. But 3, 2, 1, let's go. Same thing. When I say feel a little bit of resistance, you probably feel when you get to a certain point, there's kind of a little bit of tension created, in your shoulder, where it's like, you can go up a little bit more, but you kind of have to force it a little bit. At least for me, I get about right here, and I'm like, hey, if I go any higher, I can, but I'm shrugging my shoulders, kind of doing some weird things. It doesn't really feel great. So, I'm just kind of going to that point where, I'm having a stoppage almost from my tissue, from my anatomy, and I'm bringing it back. Done with that one. Great job, everybody. I think that's really important for a lot of these moves. That our body, has, we have certain length tension relationships in our muscle. Maybe they're not optimal, but they're what our body is, working in at that time. And so you don't want to force and overcompensate, if you can't get into a, full range motion. Just keep working within the range of motion that you, feel comfortable and that you can move well in. And then, that range of motion will increase over time. Sorry, Y raises in 3, 2, 1. See, I'm just moving my thumbs up into the Y. Same thing, it's something I notice, every time I do these workouts. First few sets, I'm not getting into that full range of motion. But, I'm not forcing it either. I'm just keep working into that, 70, 80% of, what I know my max range is, because it's a little difficult to get into that, last, 10, 20%. And, the more I get these reps and the more my body kind of warms up, the more I get adjust those patterns, the more range I'm getting. Done with that one, everybody. Sorry, I'm bad on the countdowns this morning, rambling a little bit. We got single leg reach, or reach and step, as it says down there. Put that foot out, reaching up, trying to pick that apple up off the tree. Same thing, if you want to really challenge yourself, you can get all the way up on one leg. Throw yourself off balance a little bit, have to regain. Only do that if that's comfortable for you. We're going 3, 2, 1, and reach into that apple each and every rep. Same thing, a lot of overhead moves here a little bit in today's workout. I mean, not a ton, but, right here you got the Y raises and this reach kind of back to back. So again, going to be really, important to, work within your range, especially going overhead. It's a motion where a lot of people have limited range motion. 3, 2, 1, myself included, same thing. Sometimes our shoulders get tight. Today's society kind of makes us, roll forward a little bit, go like this. So if our shoulder joint and our, tissues are kind of used to being like this, getting all the way up here might be, a little bit more difficult. But, that's why we're getting this workout and we're hitting all the movement patterns. We're making sure we're moving well, burning calories, building muscle, all that good stuff. we got bodyweight squats. In 3, 2, 1, and let's begin. Just coming down like I'm sitting in an invisible chair, or even better, grab that chair we brought out here in the beginning of the workout. Same thing, I'm just sitting down, I'm standing up, not making things super complicated. I promise you this is a squat, sitting and standing. That is why the squat is considered one of these fundamental movement patterns, something that everybody should be able to do to some extent in their life. 3, 2, 1. And same thing, if you can't get to a full squat, it's not the end of the world. That's why we're working on things here. What reason I say it's, an essential movement, because, we're going to, depending on, any type of disabilities you have, the majority of people are going to have to, sit down and stand up, even just to go to and from the bathroom. So, the squat pattern is still essential, for most people. But we got our push-ups, slash flies, push-ups from the wall, from the floor, from the chair. We got our flies, open the arms like so. You do that from the ground. I'm going to be going with the push-ups here in this first move. I'm sorry, I'm not really giving you a lot of time to demo these. But we're going 3, 2, 1, and let's go. I'm going to be doing a little bit better than that next round. But same thing. I'm doing my push-ups from my knees. You can also hold the position at the bottom. Maybe you want to hold at the top. That's another variation as well. And for the fly, if you want to go from the ground, you can always go like this. This is one of my, favorite variations, especially if I was doing those push-ups on the last round. Done with that one, everybody. Our next move, we got our bent over kickbacks. So we got 20 seconds. We're going to spend more time demoing the move, less time rambling. Bent over position, kind of like you're getting in that hinge position. Elbows up, right even with the shoulder. And you're just kicking back. Those trying to keep that bent over the whole time. We're going in 3, 2, 1, and let's begin. And again, a way to modify this one can be really difficult holding that lower position for the whole move. Support the body weight with the hand. Maybe you're going one at a time. Same thing, just can be really intense, especially after doing some other lower body moves. Those squats weren't too long ago at this point. So, modify it if you need to. Here we go, 3, 2, 1, and done. Great job. Our last move here, at least in this first round. We still got 5 more to go. But we got inchworm. You go from the floor. You're going to be coming down to the ground, walking these hands out, walking them back in. If you're going from the wall, same concept, push into the wall. We keep our walking the feet out, coming back in. We can also go from the chair, which I'm going to be demoing in this first round. Same thing, walking the feet out, come back in. We're going in 3, 2, 1. Let's go. Just walking them out, walking them back in. If you're like me, you're getting a little bit of calf stretch as you walk them out as well. A little 2-for-1 deal, getting the core, shoulders, hips, and stretching the calves at the same time. Same thing, you choose your pace, you're not going to get a lot of reps this one. 3, 2, 1. And done. Great job. Well, would you believe that one round already down? 5 more to go. 2 more to go for the half-hour workout. 5 more to go for the hour workout. Do what you got in the tank today. Don't try to push it too much, but encourage you, challenge yourself if you can. We got 5 seconds and we're back up to the start from those floor touches, those hinges, those deadlifts, whatever you want to call them. We're going in 3, 2, 1, and let's begin. Just because I was kind of mentioning the first time, sometimes in that first round, I'm still kind of warming up a little bit. Not that this, those workouts are a warm up by any means, but, sometimes I'm just not getting that full range. I don't really feel, like I'm starting to break a sweat, yet. By the time I finish that first round, I'm feeling pretty good. I'm feeling warm. I'm getting more range of motion on this deadlift. So it's floor touch. 3, 2, 1. Great job. The thing I know it's called floor touch. You probably know. You won't even ever see me get all the way to the floor. Maybe a little. I can get kind of close, but see if I go down a little bit, see how my low back starts curving. Don't want that. I want to keep a nice flat back, so I move in the range of motion that I can keep a flat back. We got a bent arm raise. We only got about 10 seconds. This one doesn't need too much explanation. Now keep those elbows tight. Bring those elbows up to shoulder height if possible. 3, 2, 1, and let us begin. Good work, everybody. Great job. You still got 10 more seconds. Great job, everybody. Bent arm lateral raise is done. We got Y raise coming up next. Now, these ones we're just going thumbs up to the ceiling. Why don't you just move through this one yourself? I just got to run to the bathroom real quick. I'll be back in a second. Actually, I'm going to stay here so you guys know when to go. I'll leave for 1 second, but I'll be back before we get in the next one. So you got 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Y raise. I'll be back in 1 second. Don't skip out. All right. I just realized that was probably stupid because I couldn't tell you when the exercise was ending, but I did come back just in time for that single leg reach. I apologize. That wasn't smart. I should just pause the thing, but I want to keep things going, keep you all on track. But anyways, Y raise done. We got single leg reach in 3, 2, 1. Getting back to it. Reaching out to that side. Looking a little bit like a 80s disco move here. But, got a lot of benefits. Single leg balance. Using upper and lower limb in unison with the core. Again, you got a little bit of these fascial slings going from that hip to that shoulder. So, getting that, kind of diagonal reach. Great as well. 3, 2, 1, and done. We got squats coming up next move. Remember, you got box squats, sit to stand. Bodyweight squats. If you're feeling crazy, you need to get some jump squats in here. So, take your pick. You still got about 15 seconds. Don't feel rushed too much yet. Well, don't feel rushed at all. Until right now, we got 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and let's go. Working on them squats. I'm working at the pace. Feels good for me. I'm just coming up, coming down. Same thing, depth. Work at that depth. Maybe, your depth is up here and you're just getting a little bit of bend in the knees. That's perfectly fine. Same thing. You got to start somewhere. You got to build, some movement capacity. Same thing, obviously, the pace, modifiable as well. You can go really slow. You can go really fast. That's doing good for you. 3, 2, 1. Squats done. We got push-ups or flies. Remember, if you're going with the push-ups from the wall, the further those feet are away, the harder it's going to be. Don't make things too complicated. Just push yourself away from the wall. Come back. Something you're going to be leaning in a little bit. You also do your push-ups from an elevated surface like the couch. Will be a little bit, harder than the wall, but, not as hard as going all the way to the floor. Then you go from your knees, from your toes. We're going in 3, 2, 1, and let's begin. I'm going at a nice, comfortable pace for myself. Taking a second or two at the bottom. 3, 2, 1, and done. Really, really great job. We got our push-ups are done. We got our bent over kickbacks coming back again in 20 seconds. Remember, strong bent over position. You want to keep that flat back in great ways. Find that position. Just put the hands on the hips and as soon as you take them off, I got a pretty flat back. So 3, 2, 1. And great job. And same thing that's a little misleading. Just because you got down to the hands on these positions does not mean you're necessarily going to have a flat back. It's a good way to start lowering yourself into that position. Keeping those hands on the hips, knees bent, so you kind of feel when those hips are back a little bit. And done with those. We got inchworms, floor, ground, chair, wall. Said floor and the ground, yeah. Make sure you do the floor and the ground variation. Maybe you're going to walk outside for these ones. You got 10 seconds till we're starting up. Good work, everybody. We got 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And let's begin. Great work. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And done. Great job, everybody. Get a drink if you need that. It's 2 rounds down. Great job, everybody. So you know what that means? Back to the top. Floor touches. There we go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good work, everybody. Keep moving and grooving. Moving into this third round here. You got this. Here we go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And done. Really, really good job, everybody. Way to keep working with that one. We got our bent arm lateral raise coming up next. Raising up to that shoulder height with the elbows. Try to keep them close on the side. Same thing, you don't want those elbows too far out in front of you either. Keep them close to the side, elbow underneath the shoulder. Going in 3, 2, 1. Let's go. Great work, everybody. Pace yourself. Maybe you want to go a little bit faster here. Really raising them. You can also go slow and control. Maybe add, a second hold at the top. I think that's what I'm going to finish with these last sets. Great job. 3, 2, 1. And 2 the Y raises. I don't know why. It feels like these first 4 moves always go by so quick, but then those last 4 really drag on. Maybe it's because they're a little bit harder moves, but that's also personal preference, or personal opinion, I guess. Not preference, but good work, everybody. Keep hustling. Keep on pushing on. We got 5 seconds, and we're in this same, Y raise. Sorry. Y raise. 3, 2, 1. Almost forgot these were in here because I missed them the last round. Again, I apologize. You didn't really get a timer. Maybe you did some extra reps. No, you probably did. But it's in the past now. We know. Probably just pause the workout instead of having you guys guess how long you should be doing the move for. Same thing. Just going in this Y pattern, thumbs back to the wall. 3, 2, 1, and done. Always gets the traps burning a little bit. We got single leg reach or reach and step. We're going up, trying to get those apples again. Leg going out to the side. If you're feeling a little bit unbalanced to that, you just step that foot out, keep it on the ground so you got a little bit more stability there. And 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and let's begin. Reaching up, every rep, picking something up off that tree, reaching and step. Great job, everybody. 10 more seconds to go. 3, 2, 1, and done. Reach and step, all finished up. We got our squat, next move. So remember with the squat, dropping down, sound like we're in that invisible chair. The depth, pace, I'm not going to tell you what to do there. You got to do what's comfortable for you. I'm feeling like working with these sit to stand box squats in 3, 2, 1. Let's go. So I really like this variation. It's great for, for patterning the squat. It's great for, if you're feeling a little bit more fatigued today, not feeling like you got that energy in you. Go work. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and done. Squats finished up. We got our push-ups / flies coming up next. I'm gonna be working with the fly, but remember you can go push-ups from the wall, from your knees, from the elevated surface, from the ground. You can do isometrics. You can do your flies, standing up like so if it's difficult to get to and from the ground, or same thing. You just do it laying on the ground like I'm gonna be doing. We're going in 3, 2, 1. I said I'm just trying to open up my hands. One way you can kind of challenge yourself a little bit with these flies is try to open up your arms and bring them as close together as possible without actually touching your hands together. Kind of work on your motor abilities. Can you stop your hands? I mean, don't try to go into it super slow, but try to go in there at your normal pace and stop as close to the hands as possible. Just a little bit challenge yourself a little bit mentally. 3, 2, 1, and done. Great job, everybody. Do we really have to get up? I guess so. Maybe we have to switch to ground-based workout. All right. We got bent over kickbacks coming up next. I'm sorry if it's not feeling like I got the energy in me today. I'm just a little bit tired today, but we're pushing through. Bent over kickbacks. 3, 2, 1. I think it's mainly just because I started, a new exercise program on my own. I'm just kind of mixing things up a little bit, just, a 6-week program. But just started that, Monday. So did the stream Monday, Tuesday, now Wednesday. Did a pretty heavy workout on Monday. Did a lot of manual labor Saturday, Sunday, and Monday actually as well. So done with that one, but done with the bent over kickback. So I think I'm just a little bit physically exhausted right now. We're still managing. We're still going to get through it. We're still going to get a great workout. If Adam's not feeling good, I'm here for Thursday's stream. It might be my most physical exercise in a week in a fairly long time, I will say. A few hours here. So we got 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inchworm. Yeah, since I probably had at least 8 hours of manual labor over the weekend. Did this workout 3 times. That's an hour. What else? my own personal workouts, about hour and a half. And, played some basketball for about an hour last night too. So done with that. Inchworms are over, but moral of the story is my body is beat. But hey, same thing, I think. So, I'm definitely challenging myself this week. Got a good, I think the daily recommended activity is 150 minutes a week to 300 minutes a week, or 75 vigorous to 150 minutes of vigorous. I think it's only Tuesday or Wednesday. I'm well beyond that right now. I think starting up in 3, 2, 1, back to the top floor, Tud. This marks the start of the 4th round. That was that 3 round, getting to that half-hour point. Good work, everybody. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and done. Really great job with that. Also, is it just me? Do I feel like, once I start getting a little bit fatigued and things like that, sometimes I feel like I'm just kind of going through the motions of this workout. Not that, like, I'm not in it, but, sometimes, like, in set, I feel like a robot. I'm just coming up, coming down. I'm not even, like, thinking about what's going on. It just almost feels automatic after a little bit. That's just me, though. A little bit different for everybody. We have bent arm lateral raise in 3, 2, 1. I think this is my favorite exercise in the current program. I don't know why. These just feel good. My shoulder always feels really good after doing this workout. I don't know who's watching this live or record on Monday, but I was talking a little bit about, how my shoulder was bothering me a little bit. Got a massage, actually, which I think is the culprit to my shoulder feeling bad, surprisingly. 3, 2, 1, and done with that. Y raise coming up next. Thumbs back to the ceiling. But, essentially what I was getting at there is that, my shoulder was not feeling great on Monday. 3 days of this, getting a little bit of, work on my own as well. Just a little bit of movement. Didn't do anything, didn't do any massage, didn't do any release on top of it. Try to unbalance things, just, got some good movement in, and, we're feeling good as new now. So, Y raise 3, 2, 1. Let's go. Movement is medicine. That's what I think. Could have easily, took some Tylenol, laid in bed, maybe even iced it a little bit, and kind of just waited for my shoulder to, get better on its own. But, instead, even I'll be honest, some of these moves were a little bit uncomfortable to start just because it was so tight, in the shoulder joint. But, as I got things moving, as things started loosening up a little bit, started feeling really good. And now, this workout might even, save my shoulder a little bit this week, or at least cut my recovery time down in half. So, Y raise done. Single leg reach or reach and step is coming up. Hot. Not too hot. You got 15 seconds. Get yourself ready. We're starting in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And let's get to it. Reaching up. Every rep. Getting 2. I'm going a little bit faster here. I'm picking up the pace. Remember, you can step it out. You don't even got to step out a lot. A little bit of half step. Even with a slight step out, you're still going to have to put the majority of weight in that single leg. That's going to force you to work on that balance component, work on coordinating the limbs with the core. The same thing, there's a lot of ways to modify this. You don't have to get that leg all the way in the air. Great job with that one, everybody. We got bent over kickbacks coming up next. So remember, getting down into that hinge position again. Let those hips come back a little bit. Maybe even get those hands on the knees to start. Then, to elbows tight to the side, we're just kicking them back. Trying to keep those elbows high. And, just moving at that elbow joint. You're not going to be moving the shoulder here. And we go in 3, 2, 1. And let's begin. Just kicking back those elbows. We're hitting the triceps, hitting the lats. And, I can't avoid hitting the legs here with this one. I'm sorry. You can make it a little bit easier. You can use your upper body. You can go one arm, at a time here, get a few reps, switch it over. But, you're not going to avoid all that. all that leg work here. Just try to find a position where nobody can push you over, where you feel strong, where you feel stable. Done with those. Back to the inchworm. And also, I just want to reiterate, I really love the wall variation for this one. It's just not a great angle for the camera. You can't really see what I'm doing all that well. So, I just usually go with the chair or the floor. Same thing goes to push-ups. Really great variation. Wait. Hold on. I think I skipped some moves here. I think we definitely skipped some moves here. I don't think I'm going crazy. Yeah, we definitely didn't do push-ups. Okay, we're going out of rotational, but we're not going with the inchworm. We're going to go with those push-ups / flies because I'm almost 100% sure I skipped them. So push-ups / flies. I'm going with the flies. 3, 2, 1, and begin. I don't know how I did that, but I guess mistakes happen. I told you I'm a little bit drained today. But hey, we're still getting a good workout. We're still getting after it. We're still here. You're all holding me accountable. Great work, everybody. Three, 2, 1, and done. So, great job there with that one. I know we skipped those somehow when we already did the kickbacks. Now we're up into the inchworm. So I'm going with inchworm from the chair. We're going in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and done. And done. I don't think we're done yet. We're almost done. This is the end of round 4 here. We got 2 more rounds. It's only 30 seconds exercise, 16 exercises. So you can do the math there. We only got about 8 more minutes of exercise. Not too bad. You got some rest times in there, so it's a little bit longer than that. But 3, 2, 1. Great job. Way to keep pushing everybody. That's 4 rounds down. And so where the money's made, last 2 rounds, push yourself, challenge yourself. What do you have in the tank today? If this is going to be your workout for the day, you really want to challenge yourself here. Same thing, like I always say, challenge yourself to a point where it's challenging, not until you feel like your body's going to fall apart. Floor touches. 3, 2, 1. Let's go. I'd say the goal after every set is to say, not every set, it really depends. Maybe you're using this set to catch your breath. Maybe you're doing it for more movement purposes than intensity-wise. But, relatively, you should come up with a set and say, that was pretty challenging. I don't know if I could do, another 20 seconds of that. Maybe you said, maybe I could go for another 10 seconds, something like that. But, you don't want to be, feeling like, yeah, that was so easy. I could do that all day. Because if that is the case, you might want to try a little bit more challenging variation if you're feeling like, yeah, that was nothing. So that's just a way to ensure you're going to continue making gains, ensure you continue making progress. That's what it's about. Progressive overload, challenging yourself a little bit more each and every time. And that's why our program is structured the way it is. It gets a little bit harder each and every week. We pull back a little bit, and then, we keep ramping up, continuing on. So end arm lateral raise. 3, 2, 1, and get them up. Now 30 seconds. 5th round of doing these. We still got 1 more. I don't know what it is. This move just feels good. So I'm going a little bit more slow and controlled. I was going a little bit faster. We're mixing things up as we go. 3, 2, 1, and done. You got 30 seconds. We got Y raise coming up next. everybody, Y raise. 3, 2, 1. And let's begin. Thumbs up to the ceiling. Working in the range of motion that's comfortable for you. And I'm going to about, 90% of my max range of motion about. I kind of get up to that 9%. I feel a little bit of resistance here in the tissue of the front of the shoulder. So I'm not forcing things, trying to crank the shoulder. I'm just moving in my natural range of motion. 3, 2, 1. Great job. Maybe I could get a few, extra inches, but I also see, when I get to a certain point, my shoulder starts shrugging up towards my ear. I start compensating with other muscles because I just don't have that true shoulder range of motion. Another common compensation, but I just, can't get up all the way right here. Bend at the back so, we can perceive that our hands are right up above our head, even though that motion isn't necessarily coming from our shoulders. Single reach zone. 3, 2, 1, and let's go. I feel like in these past 3 days, I've shared a lot of my movement philosophy. So I'm sorry if that's not really your thing. I've just kind of been rambling and talking to myself, I guess, a little bit because there hasn't been, much chatter in the live chat, at least. Three, 2, 1, and done. Single leg reach and step is done. We got our squats as our next move. So squats, you know the drill. Pretend like you got an invisible chair, or maybe actually grab that chair, sit and stand in that chair. If you're feeling crazy, it's the 5th round. You can also get into some jump squats. This is a way to make things more intense. I don't think I'm going to be doing that. Actually, you know what? I'm going to do it for the first 15 seconds. I'm going to mix it up. Because why not? Let's challenge ourselves. And we're starting. Same thing. This jump variation is not going to be for everybody. Just something, challenging myself a little bit here mid-set, having a little bit of fun with it. Same thing, especially if you have knee problems, ankle problems. Might not be the variation for you. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I did get it for the whole time. Pretty tiring. Might regret that. It's all good. We got our push-up set next. Then we're from the wall, from the floor, from our hand, from our knees, from our toes, over the surface, on our back going with the fly. It doesn't matter. You got a lot of options here. I'm going to be going through the push-ups from my knees. In a second window, but I'm going to challenge myself here. We're coming to the home stretch. We got 3, 2, 1. And let's begin. Five seconds. And done. Great job with that, everybody. Didn't skip anything this time. Got our bent over kickbacks. Still got about 15 seconds. Remember, hold it strong in that bent over position. Elbows up. Shake the forearms back. Going in 3, 2, 1. And let's begin. Great job, everybody. Getting the triceps, getting the lats, getting the lower body, getting the core. 3, 2, 1, and done. Good job with that. We got inchworms. I'm be going from the floor. Remember, you got chair, you got floor, you got from the wall. Again, you got options. Choose what's feeling good for you. Maybe just mix it up to mix it up. That's kind of what I like doing, honestly. And that just gets boring, especially 6 rounds. Throwing in some new variations can be good. 3, 2, 1, and let's begin. Here we go. We got time for one more. And done. All right, everybody. That's 5 rounds down. We got the 6th round, the final round. We got a quick cool down. I'm going to talk a little bit about sleep. Topic of the week. Got some very interesting research to share with you guys, so definitely don't want to miss out on that. But we got to get through this last round first. Come on. We got 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Floor touch or middle of the shin touch because I can't get down to the floor. Maybe some of you can, but that's not within my range of motion. Great job, everybody. Five, 4, 3, 2, 1, and done. Floor touch done. And over lateral raise. Or bent arm lateral raise, not bent over. Same thing, keeping those elbows tight. Keep it's like, I don't know what position that is. Elbows tight to the side. That's what position it is. Bringing those elbows up to shoulder height. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and let's begin. Great job. 15 seconds down. Great work, everybody. Come on, 10 to go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Great job. All right, wide raise. Come on, you don't got too much longer. You can stick with me. You're going to finish strong in here. I know you are. Come on, 15 seconds. Now we're starting that wide raise. Not too many more moves. You have 5 more after this one. That's nothing. 30 seconds apiece. 2 minutes, 30 seconds. 3 minutes if you count this one. 3, 2, 1. Let's go. Continues the last round. Maybe you want to get a little bit more pace in here. Maybe you want to make sure you got nothing left in the tank after you finish this workout. Great job, everybody. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and done. Great job. Wide raise down. Single leg reach. Whew. I feel like I'm still catching my breath from those jump squats. That is a tough variation. Yeah, if you want to make it through the full workout, I would suggest not doing those for every set. Every once in a while, mix on maybe one set of workout, but really depends on you, how you're feeling. But single leg reach and step. You got 3, 2, 1. Reaching out. Opposite foot, opposite arm. Looking like an 80s disco move. We see some of that. Get some step in there. Come on. Let's go, everybody. Come on, 10 more seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and done, though. Great job, everybody. You got your squat, push, bent over row, inchworm. These ones just feel so long for some reason. Maybe it's because they're a little bit more muscularly taxing than some of those earlier on moves, but that's personal opinion. We got squats in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Actually, now the more I think about it, that's probably definitely a personal opinion of these ones being a little bit harder. When my comment a few streams ago, I was dealing with some shoulder injuries for a long time. Not this most recent one, but for almost 2 years, couldn't really do any upper body workout. So I did a lot of leg days in that time period. So lower body moves are a little bit easier for me than upper body moves, generally speaking. Same thing, that might not be the case for everybody. 3, 2, 1. It's essentially because, my lower body got an extra, year or 2 of training compared to my upper body in its lifetime. I used to really hate doing legs so much, but then when I could literally only work out legs because my shoulder was messed up, I actually started liking working out legs more than upper body. So we got push-ups though. We're going in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and let's go. Yeah, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and done. Push-ups out the way. That means you got 2 more moves, believe it or not. Then we got a quick cool, get down there to talk about sleep. We're going to talk about the challenge of the week. Here we go, 10 seconds here. Or 5 seconds now. Bent over kickbacks. 3, 2, 1. Let's go. Gotta keep those elbows bent. Great work, everybody. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and done. All right, last move. Come on. We got inchworms, ground, floor, chair. Why do I keep saying the ground and the floor? That doesn't make sense. The ground, the chair, the wall, walking out with your feet, walking out with your hands. Last move. Come on, what do you guys got here? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's begin. Walking those feet out. You can get a little bit of hold here. Work on the core a little bit. Walk those feet in. All right, you got 10 more seconds. Come on, finish strong. Here you go, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and donezo. Can you believe it or not, everybody? Done with the workout for today. Really, really good job. Another hour-long workout in the books. It's not easy. It's our first week going into the hour workout, so pretty challenging stuff out here. So just great job, everybody. Thank you all for being here. Let's get a quick cool down though. I like to end a lot of the same ways I start because these movements are just great. Restoring that range of motion back. Get some leg swings right here. Great job, everybody. You go 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and donezo. I don't know why I just counted it down like that. The leg swings. Oh wait, sorry, we still need this chair, sorry. I'm like losing it right now. We're gonna be working on these hamstring curls. Same thing, I'll just Show from the side. I'm just bringing that heel up to the glute. Get that hamstring moving. And we just get a few more of these here on this side. Great work, everybody. And the hamstring move. All right, another one here. I think we could do this from a seated position. I'm just going to be extending that leg out and bringing it back in. Same thing. Don't make it too complicated. Just kind of stretching that knee out a little bit, taking it through its full range of motion. And then what am I doing? We can also do that same movement here on the ground. I mean, you can get some of these flyouts here too if you want. I really don't know. I'm out of it right now, I guess. Great job. Let's switch into the other knee. It's just a way to do it against gravity. Challenge the muscle a slightly different way. Great job. Feeling good lower body, cooling down. All right, we can do some alternating swimmers now. One arm behind the back, one arm behind the head. Same thing, alternating. Stretching those arms out wide. See, I'm getting to that full range. Then back behind the head. We're going to keep doing a few more of these. Make sure we got the shoulders nice and stretched out. All right. Now, so then we're going to do some single arm shoulder circles, a little bit of T-spine. Again, that T-spine rotation, except having that arm go up and over as you come back. So a little bit of a shoulder circle. Great job, everybody. You can follow that hand back behind you with the eyes. I'm just going to show again from the side. So a few more reps here. Same thing, I'm opening up wide. And I'm coming back. I'm opening up that chest. Open up that back. All right, we're going to do one more each side. All right. Shake those out a little bit. Then we're going to work on some neck, work on some breathing, and call it a day. Well, I'm going to tell a little bit about sleep here. So I'm not calling it a day completely just yet. I'll come down here so we show some of that neck movement, and then we'll get into the talking aspect. Looking over the shoulder. Getting some good neck movement in here, stretching things out a little bit. Great job, everybody. Tough workout today. Going strong midway through the point of the week. This is usually when I feel like I'm kind of my most tired anyways. Kind of get that little bit of revitalization on Thursday because you realize the week's almost over. At least for me anyways, but let's do some up and downs. All right, next, feeling good. We are all done with the cool down. I want to finish up with a little bit of deep breathing here. To finish things off, let's take some deep breaths in through the nose and out through the mouth. Really push that air out through the stomach, and same thing. You feel that stomach inflating a little bit when you take that breath in. Deflating a bit when you take that breath out. But I want everybody to try to get at least 10 breaths doing that. And we're going to talk a little bit about our topic of the week, our challenge of the week, and share a little bit of really interesting research study about how we actually are learning in our sleep. Who would have thought? Pretty interesting study here. So definitely, stay tuned for that. I'm just going to pull some things up here. I'm going to switch over the captions from the workout zone in case you want to check a little bit about what we're doing, what we're all about, why we're doing the stream, why we're sharing all this free information. Check this out, connectedchs.com. I'll spare you the details. Let you check it out yourself if you feel like it. So talking a little bit, our challenge of the week, we're just talking about sleep this week. Track how many hours you sleep, aim to get those recommended 7 to 9 hours each day. Then, ask yourself, do you feel a difference? Do you notice a difference when you are getting that recommended, daily amount of sleep compared to not getting it? And so, for my stream, what we're going to be talking about a little bit is learning in sleep. And so, I already kind of gave it away. Did you know you can learn things in your sleep? And, well, not literally, but, many studies have actually been unsuccessful in being able to teach somebody new information that they're able to retain while they're sleeping. But, we have known from other studies that, we do have, ability to process information in our sleep. Several studies have shown, improved academic performance, when receiving an adequate amount of sleep compared to being sleep deprived. And, they've seen that, different areas of these brains that are associated with learning, memory, they're all lighting up during these different stages of sleep. So we know there is some type of memory processing, some type of learning, what in the research they call it memory consolidation, where you're kind of, using the, memories and things that you've processed throughout the day, and you're kind of, consolidating them and almost storing them, so to speak, in your brain. So, and because we know the brain is active during sleep and is still processing information, researchers aim to discover, how responsive are we to new stimulus in our sleep? What is our ability to, comprehend information while we're sleeping? We can't just, give somebody words and colors, play it on repeat in their sleep and expect them to remember them when they wake up. But those studies have, been failures for the most part, and not being able to be repeated. So, but in this study, they wanted to see, what is the extent of our processing capacity. So in a study by Anzi et al. Called Humans Can Learn New Information During Sleep, pretty bold title, I might say, researchers tested our olfactory system and how it can respond to new stimulus during sleep. For those of you who are not familiar, the olfactory system, this is our sense of smell, our ability to pretty much, anything associated with smell, breathing through the nose, airflow through the nose, things of that nature. So researchers wanted to test, can we differentiate between different odors in our sleep, and can we even respond to different odors in our sleep? So, they took some subjects, they were while they were sleeping, they provided them a stimulus. So they had one pleasant odor, one unpleasant odor, and they also had different tones. They also had, a louder tone, or I don't believe it was a louder tone, just two different tones. They're similar, same volume, but, different, pitches. One tone was associated with the pleasant smell. One tone was associated with the unpleasant smell. Previous research has shown that, even when we are awake, that if we have a stronger, or if we have a pleasant odor, we actually increase nasal airflow, and we take bigger, quote unquote, sniffs of pleasant smells compared to when we smell an unpleasant smell. We actually have, a more limited sniff response. We have less, a more weaker kind of airflow coming through, hold on, let's see if we got one. Love to press myself and body weight. Love to press myself and body weight to work out. Hey, well, Luke, you came to the right place. This workout is completely body weight, can be done from the comfort of your own home. And, this is a 52-week program. I know we're on day 127, but, if you check out our, website, our YouTube, our Facebook even, you can find all of our previous workouts. You can even jump in from day one. So I just want to let you know a little bit about that. But that's great. Thank you for being here, Luke. Really appreciate the support. But back to the study a little bit. So we have stronger smells or stronger sniffs for pleasant smells, weaker sniffs essentially for unpleasant smells. And so we said, can we differentiate in our sleep? And in the study, they found that when a stronger odor or the pleasant odor was smelled, even while we are unconscious, we are sleeping, we still have a stronger airflow to that pleasant smell. So hey, even though we are asleep, our olfactory system is still being able to differentiate between pleasant and unpleasant smells. And same thing for the unpleasant smell, we saw less airflow even when they were asleep. As I mentioned, these smells were also paired with different tones, a louder tone, or a higher pitched tone, a lower pitched tone. And so when they did the smell, they also gave them this tone that went along with the smell. And then later on they retested, and now that they were trying to associate smell with sound. And so after later in the study, they even presented the sound without the smell. And sorry, I'm rambling a little bit, but when they provided the tone that was associated with the pleasant smell, even without the smell being present, they still had that same reaction. So even while they were unconscious, they created an association between this sound and this smell. And so they still had larger nasal airflow when they just heard that sound when they were sleeping and not even, getting that smell. So pretty crazy that, our olfactory system, our brain was able to process and make associations between a sound and a smell, even when we are essentially unconscious. To just retest this theory says, was this learned? Was this only happening while we were unconscious? Did this transfer to when we are awake? They actually found that, even when they were awake, they had no recollection of the sounds or of the smells. And if somebody woke up during the study, they were completely excluded from, this analysis anyways. But they found that even when they were awake, they would present just the sound with no smell. They still had that same nasal airflow, even when they were awake. So they don't remember those associations at all. Somehow subconsciously, they were still able to make that association between that smell and that sound, because they still had, even though there was no pleasant smell associated with that sound, they still breathed in through the nose like that pleasant smell was present, even though it's not. So I know that was a little bit dense. Hopefully that wasn't too confusing. We're going to clear things up a little bit more in detail in the blog coming up. But, just thought that was really interesting because, literally learning and making associations in our sleep, that's a pretty big leap forward. We're not able to, teach somebody new languages in our sleep or anything like that. But, there's a reason to believe, it might be a possibility one day. We do have some extent to process information. We're still learning more and more about the brain and the body every day. Maybe I'm just a nerd, but I thought that was really cool that, our sense of smell is, still actively processing and creating associations, even when we're asleep. So I thought that was really cool. Hope you all did as well. And now we're done talking about the study. Just tell them a little bit, how important sleep is. We talked about melatonin, we talked about insomnia. In the past, we've talked about circadian rhythms, tips to sleep. This is our third time covering sleep now, so we got a little bit of a plethora of information, just trying to keep things, unique, interesting for you all. So if you want to learn more about that, check out some of that. Visit us at connectedchs.com. Check out some of our social medias. I've been trying to post a lot more on the social medias now, on the TikToks, on the Instagrams. We've actually been getting, good 2 TikToks out a day lately. So, just trying to get that information out there for you all. We're trying to make, this information shouldn't be, less information things. Obviously, Rose just talking about today was, straight from the research, but, a lot of these things are things that, me and all my partners, we're grad school friends. We did a lot of, we all have our degrees in exercise science and fitness development. So these are things a lot we learned in school, and we just, it's a lot of things that we had no idea about before we went to college for these things. So, we just want to, share this information with everybody else, help people, live a happy and healthier life through fitness, through, improving their health. So a little bit about us, a little bit about sleep. I just want to say thank you all for everybody joining. And if you missed today's workout and want to, see a replay of that, go check that out on YouTube, Facebook. Check it out on the website. You'll have links, to all our playlists, stuff like that. And, shark facts. Shark farts. You'll have sleep help Question mark. Sorry, what do you mean exactly, Luke? Yeah, I mean that's just every week, Luke. Sorry, I don't know. Correct me if I'm mistaking you or mistaking your comment, but every week we actually do a different topic of one of our pillars of health. We have fitness, nutrition, sleep, social, environmental, mindset, nutrition. Yeah, I apologize. We're actually here. I'm just gonna throw this up there. This is our current stream schedule. This is all Eastern Standard Time, but I know you did miss this live, but hey, we're also going to be, live again tomorrow at 12 o'clock, Friday at 7:30. And same thing, you can watch this exact workout. As soon as this is over, this will be up on YouTube as a replay. Same thing with our Facebook if you want to check those out. I know it's not live, so you can't really ask me questions, but hey, the workout is still there. I think it's a pretty good one today. I'm feeling pretty good. I got a good sweat in, but yeah, I apologize. We did miss it for today. I'm just kind of finishing up here. But Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 7:30 a.m. Eastern Time. Tuesday, Thursday, 12 p.m. Eastern Time. So just wanted to throw that out there. I apologize, Luke. And also correct me if I'm wrong, Luke. I'm just thinking back. I think you, I believe I originally first met you in our 24/7 stream marathon, if I'm not mistaken. I know it was a while back, but that. The name looks very familiar. I think that is where we met you. But that being said, I do have a few things. Yeah, no, that's awesome. Appreciate you still stopping in. I know it was a while ago. We've still been getting to it over here, still getting these body weight workouts. And I think we got some pretty good variety. We just moved in those hour-long sessions this week. We're going 5 days a week now. This program has started as 3 days a week, half-hour workouts. Now here we are, 5 days a week, hour workouts. 127 workouts later. So we've really been building up to this point over time. We didn't just hop in here one day and say, "Hey, we're going for an hour. We're gonna start going crazy." Brought it in from day one, moving along, progressing. In the way we should be, in my opinion. Progressive overload. Not ramping up too fast, not going too slow. I think we're at a nice pace. But I do got to get going here. I just want to say thank you all for stopping in, showing that support. I really love to see you guys in here in the chat, interact and things like that. So, thank you again stopping in. Make sure check us out, connectedchs.com. We actually just started a crowdfunding campaign too. If anyone wants to share, donate, whatever, no pressure or anything like that. Just want to share it out. Just kind of. Our mission is essentially not attainable, without funding. So that's why we started this crowdfunding campaign and, working on creating this app to, create better connections, make, things more accessible for everybody and, be able to provide some more free services for everybody. So with that being said, thank you again for everybody showing that support. I do got to get going here, but, I hope you all have a great rest of the day. Make sure you get some good food, get some good recovery in after that workout. And, we'll see you Thursday. 12 o'clock, Friday, 7:30 a.m. Thank you again, everybody. Jacob signing off. Have a